Greetings, Internets. Thinker2112 here at 14:16 Eastern Daylight Time on Saturday, the
Is it over?
What is it?
What
14th
happened?
of April, 2012. And with me are...
Rinoa.
AnniexoHoshi?
Yo, Heartless 09.
What happened to Rinoa?
Kind-hearted gamer 422 or JP.
Let's play Final Fantasy VIII. We are at the beginning of Disc 3 here, and Squall is wondering what the hell he's going to do.
You know, it's just another day. My girlfriend passed out for some reason. I'm gonna go see her. It's another day for me.
Yeah, except
Squall, can
that's
you hear
sort
me?
of not the situation, because this is all entirely new
Head
to
to
him. He
Edea's
has
house
no
at
idea what
once.
he's doing.
The sorceress Edea, matron is back at the orphanage.
No, I would not have any idea what I were doing in his situation. This is why I think people complain too much about Squall. They're like, oh, he's too angsty or something like that, and it's like, really, he's kind of being put through some pretty bad stuff.
I mean, it could be worse.
He's supposed to be 17.
Oh. So he's still, that would make sense.
The only one of the six main characters, the six main PCs who is supposed to be 18 is Quistis.
So it's more teenagers saving the world, of course.
Well, of course, because this game is targeted to teenagers.
I see that. But isn't it also, like, targeted towards kids in a way? Because I usually get that from some Final Fantasy games where they're targeted towards kids and some are targeted towards adults or teens.
I think that's maybe part of the reason for the success of the series, that it has appeal to the, you know, to kids and to teenagers and younger adults. But I guess, you know, I guess it varies between games, because in some of the games you have, like, in FF9, for example, you have Eiko, who's supposed to be 6 or something, and you have Vivi, who can't be much older than that.
Then in the next game you have more teenage or adultish characters.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Anyway, so I looked at the guide I've been using for the Guardian Force distribution, and I switched them around since we've acquired a couple new GFs recently.
Yay!
Now, I thought it was a little strange how the distribution was recommended, because the strength bonus went to one character and all of the other bonuses went to another character. But it really doesn't matter that much, because I'm not having the same characters with the same junctions all the time, other than Squall. So as long as you switch around the junctions and switch around the bonuses every now and then, all the stats will get boosted. And there will be less of this in this session than usual, because I realized that it was going to be a lot longer than other ones, so I cut out some of it. But I included this because I think this one is, you know, this is one of the more important things I did. Although I could have done it more quickly. And of course, after I've done all of this, I make sure to switch stuff from Rinoa to somebody else. You'll notice that Rinoa is at a much higher level than anyone else. I did that on purpose because she's not going to be available for a while.
I see.
I like your thinking, Tinker.
Thank you. I'm occasionally smart.
I just don't mean to say it like that.
And I was probably checking something or other at this point, not in the game. So, as Quistis said, the next destination is Edea's house. Now that Edea is herself again, this is not such a bad idea as it might have sounded a few episodes ago. What am I? Oh, right. Yeah, since I earned a whole crap ton of AP from the final battle of Disc 2, I'm making sure that all my GFs are learning stuff I want them to.
As
You'll notice that the first GFs, the ones that I got really early in the game, are about to learn their last abilities.
Ah, that's good.
Well, sort of. I mean, it's good in that they'll have all their abilities. It's not so good in that they won't have anything else to learn. You can teach them new abilities, but to do that, you have to use items. All of... What was that? Oh, okay. All of the items that will teach GF's new abilities, they all have the same icon on the item screen. It's like a... looks like a potion with a little other thingy added. I'll point it out.
Right.
You really sounded like Jen when you said that. It's amazing how similar your voices sound, even though you have completely different accents.
What do you want to challenge Sid to?
Presumably cards?
Ah.
Sid does play cards, although he probably doesn't like to, make that fact too public. But you do have to play him if you want the Cypher card. I got that way back on Disc 1, so...
I see. So I guess in this world, Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be famous and lots of celebrities would be playing it.
Well, except these cards don't, you know, come alive or anything.
That would be kind of cool, though. You know, just to have Cypher suddenly appear and cut up the opponent's cards.
You're reminding me of something that happens later.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was a spoiler.
No, it's not a spoiler, because it's sufficiently oblique reference that I would not... It's actually kind of funny when it does happen. Anyway, so... Actually, if you remember, we were going to check out Edea's house at the end of Disc 2, and then Galbadia Garden had to go and spoil it.
Ah, I see.
But she was on Galbadia Garden anyway, so... Yeah, this is...
Meet... sorry, what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, so let's meet the enemy, who was our mother.
Foster mother. It is kind of an awkward situation. I get what Zell's saying. Yeah, we just beat the crap out of you for the second time.
I don't blame you.
Sorry about that.
All I do is talk big, but in times of trouble I run away. I was in a no-win situation. Your defeat would be the end of you. Your victory would mean losing my wife. I just couldn't
And Sid's
bear
like, yes,
to face
I
it
am
throughout
chicken, I admit it.
I don't care about myself, but and please, I'm wondering, why didn't he forgive Edea about this? Why didn't he tell us?
Tell us what?
If he knew a bit more about Edea, why didn't he say anything?
I don't think he did know.
Oh.
I mean, we knew already that Edea was his wife.
My children, please forgive me. I raised you as my own.
Wait,
yet
no,
still
I'm pretty sure he did know who he was married to. We feel the same way. No, we knew that she was his wife. We did not know, and I don't think he knew either, that she was possessed.
That was the only choice we had left.
Although, maybe he just thought that she just wasn't being herself or something.
Battle, I know.
Actually, you know what?
You were magnificent.
No, you know, now that I think of it, from, knowing the whole plot, it seems kind of impossible that he wouldn't know that.
I mean, you can just imagine him sitting down there. Hey, Edea, what are you doing, honey? I just got this. Oh, okay. I'll get sandwiches.
Okay, let me see. I can see a reason why he would know and would not say, but I'm not going to say what that is.
I have been possessed all this time.
Just say that another time.
I was at the mercy of sorceress Ultimisia.
Yeah. So we'll do it after.
Ultimisia is a sorceress from the future. a sorceress many generations ahead of her time. Ultimicia's objective is to find Alone. She's after Alone's mysterious power. I know Alone very well.
So I realize that I may have mentioned
Ultimisia
being
is a very
possessed
fearful
before
sorceress.
they
Her
actually
heart is
said
filled
it.
with anger and hate.
Oh well, it's not that much of a spoiler if
There is no way I was going to let Ultimisia get a hold
I
of
only
Alone.
said it a minute ahead of time. Plus,
The
it's
only thing I
heavily
could do
implied
was-
at the end of disc 2.
Surrender my soul to Ultimisia and lose control of my mind. That was the only way I could save
And
Alone.
where did that black cloudy thing go?
And the end result? Well, you all.
Actually, we do know.
The sorceress that appeared in Galbadia was in fact Ultimisia, inside my shell.
No, that couldn't be. Yeah, so that
Ultimisia has
crazy
yet to achieve her goal.
person who was, you know, telling all the Galbadians
I believe she may use
about
my body
how,
again
you
to
know,
carry out
this
her
is
plans.
reality, blah, blah, blah. That actually
I
wasn't
plan to
Edea.
make a stand this time, but if that does not work,
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's kind of nice
I
to
may
know
have to
that
face
your
a
foster
battle
mother,
again.
who was so kind to you in childhood,
I ask for your
is not,
support
in fact,
CDs.
a power-hungry maniac. So I suppose we could say Edea has been
Have you all
dispossessed.
heard of Sorceress Zell before? She was the ruler of Esthar during the Sorceress War. No one knows her whereabouts.
And we're
That's
going
what
to
I
have to fight all of them.
The Galbadians must have thought I was the sorceress who received Sorceress Zell's powers.
Or I should say
However,
both of them.
that is not the case. I
All of
received
them
the
if you
powers
count
of the
Edea.
previous sorceress at the age of 5.
Okay, this line right here, I
quite
don't quite
understand.
understand.
I believe
And I just
Sorceress
said
Zell
the
is still
exact same
alive.
word that
And
Irvine
that
said
Ultimisia
without
released my body in order
realizing it.
to use the body of Sorceress Zell. Sorceress Zell is the type who will not hesitate to use
And
her powers.
yeah,
for
at this
her
point
own
I'm sort of
selfish desires.
trying to think that something is going to happen
Should
here
Sorceress
that
Ultimisia
doesn't happen
from
yet,
the
so
future
I
bequeath
sort
her
of
anger
keep...
and hatred onto a
Oh,
devil,
no, wait, no, not
power
yet. There's just a
magic.
lot of dialogue at this point. I think we've already passed the biggest wall of text in the game. That's, you know, when... at Trebia Garden, when they realize, oh, wait, we all grew up together. Durr.
Oh yeah, that.
Squall, let's hear what else Matron has to say.
Let's see. Selphie was
I understand that listening to
with
what
her
Matron has to say is
friends
important,
who
but
had
Rinoa,
survived the missiles. I think Irvine must have brought it up because remember he's been
Matron,
exposed
do you know
to
what's wrong with
the
Rinoa?
Guardian forces for the least amount of time,
Rinoa is the girl in light blue?
so he must have
I
brought
remember
it up.
vaguely. What happened to her?
And
She was with us when
I
we
guess
fought
he,
you.
He waited
After
for a
the
while
battle.
because he just couldn't believe that nobody
her
else
body was
remembered.
cold. She didn't move.
1342 3
No!
5.
Forgive me, Squall. I don't think I can be of any help.
Squall just...
It's alright.
Okay, we're just about
I
to hit
understand how you
14
feel,
minutes.
but you're in a position of leadership. The other students at Garden have a right to know about the outcome of the battle to come. Take whatever information you can get here.
Squall
back
does
to
not
Garden.
seem to be the
Remember,
type to
wasn't
be
just
a
Rinoa.
leader, especially
Everyone
since he can
was.
barely stand other people, but... I guess Sid knows what he's
I understand. But
But, that isn't something a leader should say.
doing. Yes, there is a, you're reminding me of TV tropes.
damn it.
They have one of their tropes is called Heroes Prefer Swords.
First time we met was the day I became a CD. We
Basically
met again
that.
in Timber.
Yes, and they've come in several forms.
Alone's mysterious
But
power
in Final
sending
Fantasy
one's
does
consciousness
tend to
back
follow
into the
that.
past.
We had a lot of arguments at first,
Although there's
but in
one who
time
prefers
things
guns,
began to
but-
change.
get it. Ultimately, she wants to send her consciousness from this period.
Then there's
forever
Zidane,
into
who
the
sort of
past.
has.
You were looking at me.
He has daggers.
You smiled when our eyes met.
Yes, because I always see daggers as just very small swords.
Time compression.
And then he has those weird,
It
like,
made me feel
double-ended
calm.
swords.
Tranquil.
Oh,
I
that's-
choose them.
It's time magic. Past, present, and future get compressed.
So here we know Squall is
Rinoa,
testing because
give me
this
another
is like the
chance.
mission that's being stated here. And Squall's just completely ignoring it.
I can't even imagine a world where time is compressed. I want my Rinoa.
Yo, Squall.
You're not even listening.
I could just imagine Zell knocking on
So,
Squall's head.
basically, all we have to do is prevent Ultimisia from getting a hold of Alone.
And Squall's like, I'm listening.
Yes, but
We're going back to Garden. We have to let everyone know.
Hey, we're worried about Rinoa too, you know.
Then why don't you...
Uh,
Forget it.
JP, so, I don't know how much of these videos you've been watching, but what we're saying while the dialogue is going on will be sort of... I won't cut it out, but I'll make it softer compared to the dialogue, just so that I can get the dialogue in.
Okay. I haven't watched any Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
That about
so
covers
that's
the
how I do that.
update.
I just adjust the...
Our
track.
task at hand is
I
to
put
find Elo.
them in separate
Then we'll
tracks
deal
and
with
adjust the
Ultimisia.
track volumes in GarageBand.
Okay.
I believe that Alone is on the White CD ship. We're setting out to look
So
for
you
it.
guys remember that?
I wonder where it
that
could
ship
be.
from the middle of Disc 2 with that Alone.
We'll gather
went on?
information for a while.
That's
Be prepared for
that's
battle
our
at
next
any time.
destination, except we don't know where it is.
So,
And Sorceress Edea is back at her home. She's probably not
Not
our
exactly.
enemy anymore. Let's just leave her alone.
That wouldn't be the best place for it.
well, you can't even go for trying.
There's some logic to where it is.